Hi, hello, my name is Ravyn, and this is the Ravyn's Nest, where we talk about all things budgeting, lifestyle, and planning. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back, and if you're new here, happy to have you, and I hope you stick around and subscribe. So today, we will be discussing my savings challenges for, I'm going to say, the first half of 2023, because I just, I can never make up my mind about what I want to do, and I get bored with things easily. So I decided, well, why not this year start the year off during certain savings challenges, and then maybe midway through the year start with some different ones. I don't know. But I know the purpose of a challenge is to complete them. But you know what? I'm doing what I want to do this year. I'm living the way I want to live life and doing things the way I want to do them. So if you are interested in seeing what savings challenges I will be doing for the first half of 2023, stay tuned. So I created, I want to say like maybe three or four new different, maybe three, probably three or four. I think like four new savings challenges from the ones that I created for 2023. I will be bringing in a oldie but goodie from 2022. Why did I say 2023? 2022, I created several savings challenges, and I created like three or four for this year. So like I said, I will be bringing back one kind of oldie but goodie, and I'll kind of show that one in the mix with all of these. But let's go ahead and just start talking about these challenges. So we'll go ahead and start with the first one. All right, so this one you have here is the BiWeekly Savings Challenge, and it is very simplistic, straight to the point. You save a certain amount bi-weekly. This works out really well for people that are paid bi-weekly. I don't want to say majority of people are paid bi-weekly, but I know the bi-weekly pay situation is pretty common amongst most people. I do know there are some people that get paid weekly or monthly, or what is it, semi-month? I can't remember what it is, but this is a bi-weekly savings challenge. And even if you do get paid weekly or monthly or whatever, you can still follow this savings challenge. Like I said, it's bi-weekly, so you essentially save a set amount every other week, and by the end of the year you will actually have $1,755. Now, you don't have to run this as a bi-weekly savings challenge. You can run it however you want to. So I'm going to follow this one. I'm going to try to follow this one for the entire year. I know I just said that some of these are probably like part of the year. We'll just kind of see how it goes. If I follow it strictly as a bi-weekly situation and do it through the rest of the year, I do have some catch up that I need to do. So at least two of these I need to go ahead and catch up on, because we're at the end of January. So I've already gotten paid twice this year, so I probably need to go in and catch up on the first and the second one. And then, like I said, I may do like a couple during the week or more than two during the month, and knock it out like that, but we'll see. So like I said, this is a bi-weekly savings challenge. By the end of it, you will have $1,755. All right, and let's move on to the next challenge. And I don't know if I said this or not already, but all of these savings challenges are available on my Etsy shop, which is linked down below in the description box. I thought about taking down the ones from 2022, but I was like, nah, I'll leave them up because they're kind of universal and they're not specific to 2022. So you can still use them in 2023. In fact, I may be dibbling and dabbling back into the ones from 2022 simply because 2022 was a disaster for me. Not sure if you saw my debt confession video, but that kind of summed up what 2022 was for me. But some good things happened in 2022. I don't want to, step all over the blessings that I had during the year of 2022, because 2022 was good. It just had its low points, but it had a lot of high points. But at any rate, so like I said, I may be jumping back into some of these savings challenges that I did create for 2022 for 2023, because like I said, majority of the ones sitting here that I'm talking through, I'm only going to be doing them for probably the first 6 months of the year, and then I'll trade off to something else, maybe create some new ones, and of course we'll show those here. But like I said, moving on, the next challenge we have is a 6-month savings challenge, and this one is kind of randomized. But if you pick an amount, one of these amounts for each week for 26 weeks, it will equal up to $1,378. And that is kind of what you would have over the course of a 6-month if you follow it strict to the T. Like I said, I may not follow this strict to the T because like I said, I'm a rebel and I like to do things I want to do and the way I want to do them. So I may pick a couple of numbers a week. I may only pick one number a week, but we'll see. Just kind of depends on what my budget is looking like from week to week, month to month. But essentially, if you follow this as it is laid out, you will, like I said, have the $1,378 at the end of 6 months. So, and it kind of goes from lower amounts to higher amounts. So you start off with $3 and it kind of goes up and up as you move across each line, but you do not have to do these in order. If you want to kind of start with some of the higher numbers to knock those out of the way, especially if you know you're going to be kind of flush for a minute, you can go ahead and knock out several of these. I even thought about possibly trying to knock out some of the larger numbers when I get my taxes back, just maybe, depending. Now this next one is probably going to be my most favorite of the bunch, and it is a Siri savings challenge. Why do I call it a Siri? Well, I actually call it Siri You Pick Savings Challenge, but what it has on here are the Apple icons, because of course Siri, Apple, you get it. So it has the Apple icons on here, and what you're actually going to do with this savings challenge is you're going to have Siri randomly pick a number either every day, every week, however you choose to do it, a couple of times a week, whatever you choose. You're going to have her randomly pick a number between, a certain scale, whether you do, and the instructions are down here at the bottom. So let's say, for example, you want your numbers to be 1 through 50. You would just essentially say, hey Siri, randomly pick a number between 1 and 50.
The random number between 1 and 50 is 44.
So y'all heard Siri, she over here ear hustling. I didn't even know my phone was sitting right there, but she was ear hustling. So you would just randomly pick your number, and then you would enter your number in just inside of the Apple icon. Now, I actually thought about this as I was setting up my lighting for this video. I was like, well, what about people who don't have an iPhone? And I said, well, they could just use, whatever situation that they have, whether they have, Google, or I don't even know what it is for Android. I don't even know if Android even has one. But what I plan to do is I'm going to research what the option is for Android, because I don't know. I do know that you can use Alexa as well. Is my Alexa unplugged? Yeah, she's not even, okay. I have an Alexa on my desk, and I was like, oh, I just said her name. Is she going to start talking? But I'm going to do one probably for Alexa, and then I'm going to research what Android situation is. I don't know if you just say, hey, Google or something. I don't know. But I'm going to figure that out and get those put into my Etsy shop. I'm going to try to promise to have it up by the time I post this video, but I'm not making any promises. And down at the bottom, like I said, it has your instructions here, and then it has a slot for you to put in your total, because this one doesn't really, tell you what the amount is going to be, because it doesn't tell you how much to save. Siri is actually telling you how much to save daily, weekly, a couple times a week, however often you choose to have her randomly pick a number. So like I said, you just enter your numbers inside of the icons, and then you put your total here down at the bottom. So like I said, this is actually going to be my favorite challenge to do. This one may be knocked out pretty quickly, only because I just think it's fun. Alrighty, so next up is a honorable mention. This is not one that I will be doing, but I did want to mention it because it is listed on my Etsy shop, and it helps you save about $1,000 within 3 months. So essentially what you're doing is each week for 12 weeks, you're saving about $84. But like I said, this one is available in my Etsy shop. It's not one that I will be doing for no particular reason. It's just not one that I'll be doing, but I did think it was pretty fun, and it will, like I said, be up on the Etsy shop by the time this video posts. Oh, and I don't know if I said it, but you save a total of $1,008 using this challenge. Not least, this is the oldie but goodie that I mentioned that I'm going to be partaking in for the next 6 months, the 100 envelope challenge. some of you may remember last year I created 3 different versions of the 100 envelope challenge, only simply because I felt like there needed to be several options for people, just depending on what your financial situation is. Because if you know, the 100 envelope challenge is like you have the envelopes labeled from 1 to 100, and you just randomly, save those amounts depending on which envelope you choose to pick out for the day or the week or the whatever. But like I said, I felt like there needed to be options for all different financial situations. So like I said, I created the 3 different versions. I'll try to pop the others up here on the screen. Maybe if I can find screenshots, or I may just have to make screenshots, but either way, I may pop them up here on the screen. The other 2 versions, version 1, which is pretty much the original version that is widely popular, everybody knows about it, so I can't really say I created it, but I created the actual sheet. So with the version 2, it's basically you're splitting it in half. So instead of having your envelopes labeled 1 to 100, you have 2 sets of envelopes going from 1 to 50. So you have 1 to 50, and then you start over again from 1 to 50. And then version 3, which is the version that I will be doing, you get 4 different sets of envelopes. So you got envelopes numbered from 1 to 25, and then you repeat it basically three more times. So 1 to 25, and then you go 1 to 25 3 more times. At the end of that challenge, you would have saved $1,300. So like I said, oldie but a goodie. So I will be partaking in this particular one for the year of 2023. And so these are the savings challenges that I will be partaking in, minus this one. But like I said, this one is available on my Etsy shop if you wanted to partake in it. But these are the savings challenges that I will be working on for like the first half of the month or so. This one is likely going to be one that I do throughout the year, because it is a bi-weekly savings challenge, and currently I am paid bi-weekly. So if I stick to this, essentially it'll be one that runs the entire year. But other than that, these 3, I'm going to try to tackle and knock these out the first 6 months or so of the year, and then move on to something else. Now, what is my plan for my savings challenges, the money that I accumulate? So as you all probably know, some of you who watched my debt confession video, I got to get out of debt. So my plan is to use the proceeds from these savings challenges to, number 1, fill my sinking funds. I'll probably do a video at some point, maybe at the beginning of February. I'm using January to get my life together. I'm going to be very honest. So probably sometime in February, I will post a video about what sinking funds I have for the year. So that is what I will be doing with the proceeds from this. I will be filling my sinking funds, as well as using the extra money to pay off debt, because I'm going to be paying my minimum payments for my credit cards, which that's what I'm working on currently. I will be paying the minimum payments for my credit cards just out of my regular, paychecks, my regular budget. And then, like I said, proceeds from this, I will kind of, at my discretion, how I choose to do it, money from these challenges will go into my sinking funds, as well as into extra debt payments. I have not quite decided yet how I'm going to, quote unquote, save the money, whether I'm going to keep cash, but then that would require me going to the bank quite frequently. I really don't know, unless I'm, going through and picking my numbers out and doing all the different things, and then withdrawing the money to keep it. That way I can, maybe count it on camera for you all. I don't really know. I know year before last and most of last year, when I was doing saving challenges, I just saved it in an account, and I think what I did was I just put in screenshots of my accounts when I did my videos to kind of show the money as it was accumulating. I think that's what I did. Not sure if that's what I'm going to do this year. Like I said, I'm taking January to get my life together. So, but trust and know that I will let you all follow me along on this journey through these challenges while I'm saving my money and filling my sinking funds and throwing extra money towards debt. Trust and know that I will be taking you all along. So no worries. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up for a like. If you want to support me, go ahead and click that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so that you do not miss any more of my videos. Thanks guys. Bye.